8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Hello, everybody. We're going through Christmas Gospel today. Yeah, I was thinking maybe we should just skip to Sunday, but Christmas is a bit of a big feast day. So here we go. There are a few pictures. So on Christmas Day we have 3 masses. The first is the Midnight Mass, which I think has the most interesting Gospel from a storytelling sort of point of view. Then you have the Dawn Mass, or the Shepherd's Mass, and also the Day Mass. In the Day Mass, the Gospel is also called the Last Gospel, the beginning of John's Gospel, which we have at the end of every Latin Mass. So there you go. So remember, if you're singing at the Day Mass, they won't have the Last Gospel at the end, so you start your recessional hymn or whatever you sing at the end of Mass a little bit earlier. Yeah, I always forget. But today, yep, I've remembered, so maybe I'll be all prepared for Friday. So in Nocte Natalis Domini Nativitas Christi, we have lots of angels, and we have the cave with Mary and Joseph, the ox and the ass, or the cow and the donkey, and baby Jesus in the manger. You like the cow and the donkey?
Yeah.
A lot of hymns have ox and the ass mentioned. See, you can see the shepherds off in the field, so you've got the angels appearing to the shepherds, but it's the next page in the book, if you've got the book, the images of the Evangelical Gospels by Jerónimo Nadal. There's a link in the description that goes to this web page, and you see underneath here I've got the link to images of the Evangelical Gospels, which takes you to the Internet Archive where you can get the PDF of the whole thing. It's also available as a book on Lulu, which is where I bought this hard copy, and the hard copy is great because it has a translation. So that's where I'm double checking. So down the bottom it has the key, and on the picture will be these little letters hidden all around the place. So let's begin. The first letter is letter A, which is on this little tower here. So that's labelled Béthlehem civitas David, which is Bethlehem, the city of David. Now B is right next door. Forum ubi solvitur tributum. So tributum is tribute, and the forum, we carried that word across pretty much straight from Latin, so that's the forum where the tribute is paid. So it wasn't just a census, it was also a tribute according to this. Anyway, yes, you know, Mary and Joseph had to go to Bethlehem for the census ordered by Augustus Caesar. Yeah. Now, C is the spelunker. If anyone's gone spelunking, they'll know spelunker means cave. So little c down the bottom. Spelunca ubi natus est Christus. The cave where is born Christ. And up there, D, right near the baby Jesus. Jesus recens natus ante praesepe humi in pheno jacens, quem panis virgo mater involvit. So Jesus, recens natus. There'll be Jesus recently born? Yes, the recently born Christ. Ante praesepe humi in pheno jacens. So praesepe is the manger. I think pheno, is pheno straw? Yeah, I think pheno is straw. Or in pheno, would that be in front? Oh man, I should do more research, shouldn't I? I know most of the words. Jacens is laying, or jacet in praesepio is in all the Christmas carols. Hic jacet in praesepio, alleluia, und decadet. Oh, I got that mixed up, didn't I? Qui regnat sine termino, alleluia, alleluia, which is who reigns without it. He lies in a manger. Christum natum adoremus, cum novo cantico. Yes, we adore the infant Christ with a new song. Oh yay, so, an angeli pastoribus, alleluia. Quem panis, we haven't finished number D. Number D? Letter D. Panis eos involvit. So panis is the swaddling clothes, Virgo Mater, the Virgin Mother, involvit, wraps him up. So if you're being involved, you're being wrapped up. E is out in the fields. That's an I. E. Angeli adorant purum natum. Sorry, we're not out in the fields yet. E. Angeli. Here's the Angeli on either side. Can you remember? Oh, there's Angeli. The E is up the top. So, Angeli adorant purum natum. The angels adore the boy, the newborn boy. The newborn child. Yes, the pur can mean child, not just boy. But he is a boy, so we can say boy. F. Where is it? Ad praesipe bos et asinus. Novo lumini commoti. So there's a little F. We're pretty sure that's an F in the middle of the cave back there. And ad praesipe, at the manger. Bos is the ox, and asinus is the ass. Novo lumine commoti. A cow and a donkey came to the manger driven by the new light. So novo lumine is the new light. Yeah, so they're drawn, I guess, by the new light. Commoti. G. The light from the newborn Christ drives away the darkness of the night. Lux e Christo nato fugat tenebras noctis. So lux is light. Christo. G. Okay, so we do got G on top of the lux, the light from Christ. Nato, born, the newborn Christ. Fugat tenebras noctis. Fugat flies away tenebras, the darkness, noctis of the night. H. Turis. Oh, this is the interesting one. See this little tower over here, labelled with an H. Turis Heda irest gregis. So why in the middle of this story do we have the Tower of Heda, which is also called the Tower of the Herds, or of the herd? Well, yes, I had to look this one up. I thought it seemed like an odd sort of addition. So the Tower of Heda was traditionally the tomb of Rachel. Have you heard of, in the story of the Holy Innocents, Rachel mourning because her children are all being killed? It's a bit of a long shot. So you remember way back in the Old Testament, you got, is it Isaac and Rachel? Oh man, more research. Isaac and Rebecca, Rachel and Jacob? No. Do you have Rachel and Leah? Yeah, Rebecca was by herself. Rachel. Oh man, you all know the Old Testament better than I do. If you want to put it in the comments, I'll figure it out in about 10 seconds time. Anyway, yes. Anyway, Rachel, one of those people way back. Tomb. This was where the shepherds would keep sheep, especially for the temple in Jerusalem. So remember, this city isn't Jerusalem, this is Bethlehem. But in Bethlehem, they kept the lambs, or the sheep, that were destined to be sacrificed in the temple of Jerusalem. And that is just so amazing once someone, figured that out, saying, wow, these weren't just any old shepherds. These were shepherds keeping the sacrificial lambs. And here is the new sacrificial lamb of the New Testament. And that's just, wow. So it's not actually in the Bible about this Tower of Heda being right, like these particular shepherds being pasturing sheep, especially for the temple, but it's one of those tradition sort of things which would be amazing and sounds legit. So I think it's small t tradition because we're not bound to believe this, but yeah, it's a worthwhile thing. Yeah, we often emphasize how the shepherds were the poor people and Jesus is even reaching out to the poor people. But yeah, there's also that foreshadowing of what was to come. Yeah. Okay, so that's about Tour of Heda. If you want to read more about that, I've got a link to a couple of articles up there. So here we go, back to the picture. I, pastores ad turim cum gregibus. So the sheep, the pastoribus, the shepherds, are with the temple with their flocks. Sorry, not at the temple, at the tower, turim. Pastores ad turim cum gregibus. Then, quae, angelus, apparet pastoribus. Angels, the angel appeared to the shepherds, et cum eo militia celestis exercitus. Exercitus is an army, so they're talking about the heavenly army of angels coming along with so there's one angel to announce, and then the whole sky was filled with an army of angels, the heavenly host. Yeah, we often sort of overlook that was actually an army of angels, like the powerful side of it. Yeah, but you got the military language here. It's these weren't just soft, cuddly little fluffy angels. These were, yes. So on to L, Angelus. Angelus. This one is with the Star of Bethlehem. Oh no, that's M. Where's L? Oh, this one. This is the downstairs angel. Can you see that? Yes, okay, L. Angelus qui pie creditur missus in limbum ad patres nuncias. An angel which the pious believe, so pie creditur, missus was sent to limbo, as a messenger, or ad patres nuncias, to announce to the fathers, the patres, that, Jesus was born. So this, even here it says this is what the pious believe rather than a hard and fast doctrine of the church. But it sort of makes sense. Okay, so that was that angel, and now we got one more angel up in the sky. Now I've got my face in the way, so if I put this down here, you can see this letter M. M. Stella et angelus ad magos missi eos primum ad ita impellunt. A star and an angel, Stella et angelus, ad magos, to the magi, missi is sent, at eos primum ad ita impellunt, which first impels them to travel. So itinerary is to do with that word ita, to travel. So that is the last of the letters going through this picture. There you go, A through M. So that was pretty intense. Well, I guess it wasn't too bad, was it? This is coming off the screen a little bit, so I'll pull this in just a tad. There we go. So now we go through the actual gospel from Midnight Mass. Good. In illo témpore, Exiit edíctum ad Caésare Augústo, ut describerétur univérsus orbis. So it went out from Caesar an edict. And Caesar was asking everyone to come to their hometown to be counted. Haec descriptio prima facta est, e praéside Sýriae Cyríno. So this description, I should have the thing in front of me, shouldn't I? The enrolling was first made by Cyrenius, the governor of Syria. Okay. Prima facta, this is first made. Et ibant omnes et profiteréntur sínguli in suam civitátem. And all, everyone going into his, suam is his city. Ascéndit autem et Joseph a Galilaéa de civitáte Názareth in Judaéam. So Ascéndit went up, Joseph, in, Nazareth's up in the north and Jerusalem's down in the south, but with the hills and stuff like that. And because Jerusalem was so important, it was on Mount Sion, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah, of course. Mount Sion. So they go up to Jerusalem, even though it's going south. So it looks like it's going down the map. But yeah, we talked about, in the Bible, they talk about going up to Jerusalem. So Ascéndit autem et Joseph a Galilaéa, from Galilee of the city of Nazareth in Judea. Oh, hang on. He's from the city of Nazareth. He's going to Judea in civitátem David, quae vocátur Béthlehem. So he's going to a place called Béthlehem, which is also the city of David in Judea. Judea is down the south. So he's coming from way up north. It's a long journey too. We mapped it out. We were doing these virtual walks, and it's like 170 odd kilometers. I can't remember what that is in miles, but it's a long way. It's like, they talk about doing it in 3 days, but it's a fairly intense walk for a 3 days walk. There was, if you look up, they used to have walking tours, and the walking tours would take a good week or more, and they're still walking like 20-30 kilometers a day. So yeah, Eo quod esset de domo et familia David. So he was from the house, domo, and familia, and the family of David. Ut profiterétur cum Maria desponsata sibi uxore pregnante. So he's with Maria, his wife uxore, who's pregnante. Now, desponsata is espoused. I think I should probably double check. To be enrolled with Mary, his espoused wife. Yes, so desponato is espoused and uxore is wife. And yeah, she's expecting a baby. Factum est autem cum essent ibi impleti sunt dies ut paradet. So when the days, the bit that I understand. Dies is the days, impleti is filled up or completed, ut pararet, when she would be delivered. So the days were completed when they got there. At perperit, and she brought forth filium suum primogenitum. So primogenitum is a lovely word for firstborn. So filium is son, so she brought forth her firstborn son. Et panis eum involvit. Remember in the picture, you've got panis being the swaddling clothes. Involvit, getting involved, is getting wrapped up. Et reclinavit eum in praesepio, and she laid him or reclined him in praesepio. Praesepio is a manger. And in Italian, the manger scene is called the ceppo. It's short for praesepio. Quia non erat eis locus in diversorio. So because there was no room in the inn, or no place, locus would be place. And quia is because. Erat is was. Diversorio is the inn. I think it's spelt slightly differently in different... Anyway, that's right. I did look up that word. Et pastores are the shepherds, erant in regione eadem vigilantes. So they were in that region, that area, keeping vigil. Et custodientes vigilias noctis super gregem suum. So gregem is your flocks. Custodientes, they were keeping watch, or vigilias. And noctis is by night. Super is over. And suum is his, there. Man, I was going so well. I know almost every word in that phrase. Next one's good. Et ecce, behold, ecce agnus Dei, ecce angelus Domini, stetit juxta illos. Behold, the angel of the Lord, angelus Domini, Domini of the Lord, stetit juxta illos, stood juxta, with them, against them. Anyway, there. Et claritas, the brightness, Dei, of God, circumfulsit illos. I can imagine that fill would be from that fulsit sort of thing, but yeah, it shone all around. Circum is around. Got it. Et timuerunt timore magno. They were frightened with a great fear. So yeah, timid comes from that frightened sort of word, fear. And you see, it was a magno fear. It wasn't just they were afraid. Et dixit illis angelus, and said to them the angel said to them, nolite timere, don't be afraid. Jesus says this later on, nolite timere. Ecce enim evangelizo vobis gaudium magnum. Behold, I bring you tidings of great joy. I mean, you know stuff by heart, don't you, from all the different Christmas stories, don't you? Ecce enim evangelizo vobis gaudium magnum, quod erit omni populo, for all the people. Omni populo. Quia natus est vobis hodie, because born is to you today, hodie is today, Salvator, qui est Christus Dominus, who is Christ the Lord, in civitáte David, which we talked about before, city of David, et hoc vobis signum, this will be the sign. What's the sign? Invenietis infantem, panis involutum, et positum in praesepio. Invenietis, you will find infantem, baby.
Can we subscribe?
Can we subscribe? Yes, you should subscribe to my channel, because if I get 1,000 subscribers, I might get ad revenue, even though I don't really want to put ads on these because I like them so much. Anyway, I'll keep going while you hit the like button and the subscribe button. Okay, so you'll find a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes. Panis is swaddling clothes. Panis is also very close to the word pane, which some people, is a bit of a long bow, saying that's foreshadowing the bread of life. So just like Jesus in the manger, where the ox and the ass come to eat their food, he's sort of becoming our food already. That's sort of foreshadowing of, the Holy Eucharist. But anyway, back to the text. Et positum in praesepio, and laid in a manger. Deposited, it's placed, in praesepio, manger. Et subito, do you remember when Pope John Paul II died and they said, Santo subito, Santo subito? So it was meaning straight away in that case, but this one we translated as suddenly. So all of a sudden, facta est cum angelo multitudo militiae celestis, laudantium Deum. So all of a sudden, there's the multitude with the angel, a multitude of the heavenly hosts, praising God. Et dicentium, and saying, Gloria You want to say Gloria in excelsis Deo, don't you? But in this one it says Gloria in altissimis Deo, which is probably the same thing, isn't it? The highest. Alto is high, tall. Altissimis Deo, et in terra pax hominibus bone voluntatis. So in terra, on earth, pax, peace, hominibus, to men, bone voluntatis, of goodwill. So on earth, peace to men of goodwill. There, and that is the text. We did it. Okay, so let's have a look at this handwriting sheet. So I forgot to preview, but we have, there we go, nolite temere. Nolite. Have I been saying that wrong? Nolite temere. Be not afraid. Quia hodie natus est vobis salvator, a saviour, who is Christ, the Lord, in the city of David. And this shall be the sign to you. Yes, you shall find the infant involutum panis positum praesepio. There we go. So you can trace that at your leisure. I've made the crossword puzzle, which you can see there. There we go. As usual, the numbers are out of order to make it more interesting. Well, because I should really get into programming. If any programmers are out there, I use a program called CWG, Crossword Generator, which is on GitHub. And yeah, if you want to have a go at adding to this, it's written in C. It should be possible to reprogram it so it'll put the numbers in order. Yes, the solutions are on the second page. And the reading sheet. So if you want to, you could print out this actual web page, which has all the text on it, but I also made it into a nice little sheet. If you don't have a missal, then you can have the gospel written in Latin and English, which is in a nice printable form. Okay, and down the bottom I have put the Quizlet set, so we can play that. 2 men. Can I fit it all on the page? So I'll try to get a nice high score here. He went up because his quia celestis is heavenly, subito is suddenly, multitude is multitudo. There we go. So I've set this at 13.6 seconds. So you can play that and see if you can get a better score. That's all for the webpage. Yeah. I've also been working, can I make a little quick announcement? Oh, it's a side project. Let's see if we can find this. My regular webpage.
Subscribe ourselves.
I'm not sure if I can subscribe to my own channel. This is my home web page, family web page called brant.id.au. And just recently I've made a course on Udemy, singing the office of the Blessed Virgin Mary in Latin. So here's my quick plug for my own thing. So you can go to brant.id.au and yes, check out the article. You can read about how I came to make a Udemy course. And yeah, maybe even like and subscribe it. I think if I click this check it out, because I've written the course, it takes me straight into the course, where I've still adding stuff to it. But yeah, there's already 4 hours and a bit of content and lots of PDFs, and that's it's taking a while to load, isn't it? Because I'm streaming, aren't I? So it won't load probably because I don't have unlimited internet. Okay, so yes, so that's a way you can make my my Christmas interesting, I guess, because it seems to be going quite well. More interesting than I thought. Hang on, more interest in it? Yeah. But anyway, so here you are, you're learning Latin. Yeah, check out kidschant.com for all the downloads, and I will have to do another live stream before long. I've got the stuff ready for the Sunday in the octave of Christmas. But I think I'll do that as a separate video, so it won't make this video too long. So you reckon I can do another one in at the next hour? So it'll give me half an hour to cool down after this one, and see you at the next hour, whatever. In our time zone, in Australia it's 8, it will be at 8 a.m. So thank you for watching. Have a good Christmas.